Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome. If you're new here, hello, my name is Joshua. If you're not new here, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Today, girl, we're going to be watching slash I'm going to be reacting to Never Let You Go full episode recap. Who the fuck did I marry, girl? By the ID channel, girl. Shout out to Investigation Discovery, girl. When we used to have direct TV, I was watching the ID channel, girl. I kind of I think Evil Lives Here. Evil Lives Here was my favorite. Uh Love Thy Neighbor, I think, was my second favorite. Who the Bleep Did I Marry? I kind of watched it. But yeah, I liked Evil Lives Here. I don't know. I just liked it. Evil Lives Here is like just basically shows how pretty much shows how kids, no, not just kids, kids, adults, your husband, your brother, whoever, child, like they just become it's girl, something like that. It's something like that. How them niggas become evil, basically, child. Become mass murderers, girl, abusers, all the above, something like that, child. Just yeah. But yes, I like that. I like that show. Anyways, again, shout out to Investigation Discovery, girl. Let's go ahead and dive on in, shall we? Shit.
I woke up to gunshots outside of my bedroom window.
Get down!
Who is this man to you?
He is my ex-husband.
That's when I realized that I had made a mistake.
Oh, I mean, whatever. Yeah, I mean, period, but whatever. Because they showed a gay couple. Like, they showed a gay couple. Okay. Even though at the same time, that's not on period, because, like, whatever. Who the bleep did I marry?
In 2002, 21-year-old Amanda Siggers is in her
2002.
second year studying criminal justice at San Jacinto College in Houston, Texas.
One day, a friend and I were preparing for a test, and we chose to go to a local bookstore, coffee shop, and study. We happened to look over, and there was this guy sitting at an adjacent table. He was very handsome.
25-year-old Cy Ghosh tells Amanda and her friend that he works as a pharmaceutical sales rep, but intends to go back to school.
He eventually got both of our phone numbers, and I thought for sure he was going to call her, but he ended up calling me. And I was ecstatic.
He was very, very polite, very cordial, pretty much like Amanda had told me. He was a tall, handsome man, and I knew that she was, she was very smitten.
Yeah, he is handsome. No tea, no shade. That's how they get you, baby. They all nice and pleasant at first.
In 2005, Amanda and Cy decide to take the next big step.
So we had a Hindu ceremony at the Meenakshi temple, and 2 days later we had the Christian ceremony. I felt like my dreams were coming true. We were in forward motion.
Period.
Cy applies to medical school, and life seems on track. Until he does an about-face and pressures Amanda to change her career.
He was very adamant that being a police officer, that was a blue-collar job. It wasn't acceptable to him or his family, and he made it very clear that it was not where he saw his life going. I caved in because I felt like he knew better than I did.
Oh, hell no, girl. No tea, no shade. Now you know, but no tea, no shade, girl. No, you should. Oh no, that was the first sign, and no, girl, no. You know what you want to do with your life, with your career and shit. And period. No tea, no shade. She looked like she would be like in that type of in that line of work, she looked like a police officer. If she's still a police officer, she looked like it. Like she looked like she takes no shit. Basically, she takes no shit.
Saw his life going. I caved in because I felt like he knew better than I did. He was 5 years older than me, and he had a plan.
Cy chooses a podiatry school in Des Moines, Iowa, and Amanda gets accepted into a nearby nursing school. But Amanda doesn't adapt well to her new field of study.
Well, I was in a clinical setting one day, and I ended up passing out. And that's when my professor pulled me to the side and said, you know, you may want to rethink your career choice.
Amanda decides to withdraw from the program.
When I told Cy, he didn't react well. He made it very clear that he was embarrassed by my decision. I stood my ground, that I wanted to do something else.
Period.
And ultimately, he had called me white trash and wished that I was dead. He definitely made me feel devalued. I felt alone. I felt isolated.
No.
I missed my family.
And then, a call from out of the blue brings family directly into Amanda's life in an unexpected way.
Amber was my half-sister, and as she got older, she became dependent on drugs. We went our separate ways.
While struggling with addiction, 21-year-old Amber gives birth to a baby girl, Kelsey. When Kelsey is a few months old, Amber is ordered by a Michigan judge to enter rehab for 90 days.
And I received a phone call from CPS asking me if I would be interested in doing a temporary foster placement for my niece. It was a no-brainer for me, but I wanted to make sure it was okay with Cy to bring her into the home, and he agreed.
Amber didn't finish her rehabilitation, so the court awarded Amanda to keep taking care of Kelsey.
Damn.
Even though he never said it, I think Cy felt like he had made a mistake. I was doing the laundry one day, and the baby was crying. I walked around the corner, and he was shaking her violently. I was shocked. I couldn't believe that he was doing what he was doing to such a tiny, fragile little baby. I was just blown away. And it was in that moment that I knew I had to leave.
Period.
We were divorced in December of 2008. I felt like it was the worst thing that had ever happened to me, but probably the best thing that could have ever happened to me at the same time.
In early 2011, 2.5 years after her divorce, Amanda moves to a new home in a new neighborhood and doesn't share her address with Cy.
Period.
It's a new beginning.
I was encouraged by my friends to get out there, so I put my profile up on an online dating site, and I met Wayne.
Wayne Harris works in the motorsports industry, and like Amanda, is divorced with one child, a boy named Nick.
So I met up with him, and he thought he was an attractive man, and our conversations just flowed so well. I just knew right away. So Super Bowl Sunday rolled around, and Wayne came over that evening, and I was cooking, and I would oftentimes let Kelsey play at the park right there because I could see her. So Kelsey's playing, and I get a knock at the door, and it's the police officer that lives on site. He had received a call from a concerned person letting them know that I let my child play outside unattended. I asked the officer who had made the call, and he couldn't tell me, but I knew in my gut who was at the root of this.
Wayne steps up and asks Amanda and Kelsey to move in with him on the other side of Houston.
Moving to the north side of town
Damn, she moving again.
was good because I didn't know where I had gone. Life was actually going really, really well.
That all changes one night when Wayne is away on business.
I woke up to gunshots outside of my bedroom window. I immediately called the police.
She did not see Cy shoot the gun, but she did see him get in the car.
When they showed up, he wasn't there.
Amanda is on high alert, and it's not long before another incident occurs.
One night, Wayne and I were sitting in the living room watching TV, and our dog ran to the window and was barking his tail off. So I knew somebody was out there, and I had a feeling that it was Cy. Wayne hopped up quite angrily, and I encouraged him to just settle down for half a second, let me call the police and get them there this time so that they could witness what was going on. They were right around the corner, so it only took a couple of minutes, and they caught him there. Thank God. This time, he had finally been caught, and they issued him a trespass violation and a warning. We actually felt good after that for a while. We didn't see him for quite some time after that.
With Cy in her rear view, Amanda commits to her bright future.
We decided to get married on 12/12/12 at 12/12 at the Justice of the Peace.
Girl, come on, 12/12/12. My birthday, period. 12/12, y'all, yeah.
They were very, very happy. And in fact, at the time that they got married, they adopted Kelsey at the same time.
Period.
And then 2 days later, I found out I was pregnant for Gemma.
Oh.
Christmas Day 2015, we woke up rather early with the kiddos because they were just super excited. And we just woke up rather early. Christmas Day 2015, we woke up rather early with the kiddos because they were just super excited. And we just sat down to open our gifts, and I hear a tap at the door. And who else but Cy? Wayne came unglued that day. He escorted Cy off of our property with a lot of profanity and a lot of anger and aggression.
Wayne owns a gun and suggests Amanda buy one too.
Period.
Wayne encouraged me to go get my license to carry and buy a weapon to protect myself due to all of this incessant harassment, stalking. So I took a few classes and tried to become as capable with my weapon as possible. June 28th, 2017 was...
So why was, I mean, this is a recap, so why the fuck, why was he there? Nigga, why was you, nigga, the fuck? Why is you coming to their house? They got a family, they good, nigga, they good. What you want, ho?
Kelsey's 11th birthday, and she chose to just have a she day.
Amanda,
Period.
Kelsey, and Kelsey's friend Georgia meet up with Wayne, his son Nick, and baby Gemma at Kelsey's favorite restaurant.
And after dinner, Gemma was exhausted, so I asked Wayne to take her back home so that I could finish shopping with Kelsey and her friend for her birthday. I stayed at the mall with Georgia and Kelsey for probably about another hour. And as I was rounding the corner of my street, I saw Cy on his hands and knees at my front door with Wayne pointing a gun at him. I knew immediately that I needed to protect my family. I reached into my glove box, I grabbed my gun, and I told the girls to sit down and not to move. I got out of the car, I held the gun in that direction, and I called the police.
My name is Amanda Harris.
I'm
I've been
fucking
down
tired.
there many times to tell you guys what's going on. He's been told by the police to stay away many, hundreds of times.
Do you have a weapon right now?
My husband and I both have a weapon.
Okay. I'm going to need you to put that weapon up, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, you and your husband both.
Wayne, he wants you to put your weapon down.
Does this other male have a weapon?
I have no idea.
From inside the car, 11-year-old Kelsey also calls 911.
You send him over right now, please.
What's going on?
My mom's ex-husband, he literally stalked us and he's at our house right now. My parents are yelling at him right now with guns. I'm sorry. I'm just really scared.
Hey, take a deep breath for me. I'm getting help for you. Stay on the phone.
My dad!
I had been shot, but I didn't know it. It was all so surreal. I saw my husband fall to the ground out of the corner of my eye. And as I sat up from the position I was in, I was shot again. And I was laying between the two cars when I saw Sai's feet moving around the car and circle back to me. And when I looked up, he was holding a gun at my head, and he pulled the trigger. But it didn't fire. I had been saved by the grace of God. It didn't fire. And some divine force, picked me up. And I got to my feet and I ran for my life.
Sai Ghosh gets in a car and flees the scene.
And I realized in that moment that I had left Kelsey in the back seat of the car. I ran back out the front door and I was met by a very kind lady. She kindly grabbed me by my arm and she walked me over to his body.
Oh, he died.
And I was able to say goodbye to my husband. And they were putting me in an ambulance shortly thereafter.
We begin with that breaking news alert out of League City. A man police initially wanted for questioning is now wanted for murder.
Police had reason to believe that Sai was going to try to run for the border. And it was a checkpoint in El Paso. They were able to identify that Sai was trying to cross. There wasn't much of a resistance. At that point, even Sai had figured out that this was over and he was going to be taken into custody.
Sai was charged with murder in the first degree, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and stalking.
And attempted murder.
In the middle of the case, Sai fires his defense attorney and decides he's going to defend himself now.
Jesus Christ. See, shit like this always happens. Bullshit like this always happens. Like, these fucking niggas, fucking people be fucking just mentally unstable. And you literally, like she said, I don't know about hundreds of times, but like she said, her and her husband has called and called about him hundreds of times. Oh my God. Like, and it took, damn, and it's always some bullshit like that. It takes someone losing their life for them to do something, for them to put that nigga away. Damn.
But I know that he wanted to get me on the stand and question me. And that was his way of doing it. He was able to question me for a very long period of time.
Sai thought that Amanda was going to wilt on the stand. That's not what happened.
After the trial wraps up, the jury is quick to return guilty verdicts. And on March 5th, 2020, Sai is sentenced to 50 years in prison.
I was angry with the police. I feel like they failed my family. And I think Sai Ghosh is pure evil. But there's still a big life to live, and I choose to just be happy. We have what, 40? I have 40 summers left. I'm gonna make the best of the 40 summers I have left. Wayne wouldn't want me to waste them.
Period. 40 summers. I don't know if that's a saying or something. That might be a saying. 40 summers left. Motherfucking raggedy bitch. Like, raggedy. You want her to be miserable. Like you? You want her to be miserable and dusty like you? A sad sack? I remember this. My mom and I remember this. We were talking about this. They were showing it on Nightline and shit. What's her name? Sarah Papini? Yeah, I think Sarah Papini. Oh my God, R.I.P. Damn, boy, people, Jesus Christ, damn, boy, people need help. Like, I am not trying to make excuses for that nigga at all. Some people can't help it. Some people are raised like that or whatever. Just, oh my God. Well, child, hopefully y'all enjoyed. I mean, yeah, yeah. Girl, R.I.P. again, child. Ugh. And then she done fucking, like, how the fuck? I'm pretty sure she probably still doesn't know, like, how he found her. Because she moved again, so whatever. Unless he been, I don't know. I don't know. But y'all love and take care of yourselves and stay safe. Please stay safe out there, y'all. Make the right, whatever. Make the right choices. Try and make the right choices, y'all. Just be careful out there, okay? And take care of yourselves mentally, physically, verbally, spiritually, and emotionally. Bye. See y'all later.